Bio Crash, the series where we break down big biology into bite-sized brain fuel. Today, we're zooming in on one of the most powerful players in your body's biological game plan, the stem cells. They're weird, they're wonderful, and they're rewriting the future of medicine. First things first, what even is a stem cell? Think of it like a blank paper. It starts empty, but it can be a book, it can be a research article review, or it can be your lab journals. Depending on how it's filled in.
Stem cells are special because they can divide over and over again and perform two amazing things. First is self-renewal, where they can make copies of themselves, and second is differentiation, where they can turn into other specialized cells like neurons, muscles, and blood. And while regular cells usually retire after a few rounds of division, stem cells are like that one friend who never runs out of energy. They can keep dividing basically forever.
Stem cells come in different flavors, and it all comes down to their potency, which is science speak for how many cell types they can become. Let's rank them real quick. Totipotent stem cells, absolute legends. They can become any cell, including the placenta. You only get them in the first few days after fertilization. Pluripotent stem cells, almost as cool. They can become any body cell, just not the placenta. Think of the embryonic stem cells, or iPSCs. Multipotent stem cells, a bit more focused, like hematopoietic stem cells. They only make blood and immune cells. And unipotent stem cells, they've chosen their destiny. One cell type only, like spermatogonia. And let's not forget, stem cells divide either symmetrically, two stem cells or two specialized cells, or asymmetrically, one of each. It's like cell division with strategy.
Now let's rewind to when you were just a tiny clump of cells. Literally. Those pluripotent cells in your early embryo, they didn't chill. They built organs through a process called organogenesis.
Each germ layer, ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm, specialize into your brain, bones, intestines, and everything in between. And stem cells were the MVPs. Without them, there'd be no lungs, no skin, no heartbeats. Just a fertilized egg with unrealized potential.
Okay. Time to clear up some stem cell drama. The big debate, embryonic versus adult stem cells.
Embryonic stem cells are pluripotent and super flexible. It can turn into almost any cell type. In the laboratory, they can divide and renew themselves indefinitely. They come from early-stage embryos, which spark ethical debates in science and medicine. Adult stem cells, on the other hand, are multipotent or unipotent. They're found in developed tissues like in your body, bone marrow, skin, brain, you name it. However, their self-renewal is more limited, either finite in culture or dependent on conditions in the body. They are less flexible, but way less controversial. These cells are also responsible for maintaining and repairing tissues over a lifetime. And then there's the game changer, induced pluripotent stem cells. Researchers realized that the nucleus of a mature cell still holds the full genetic blueprint. The secret? Reprogramming it, resetting it to an earlier, more flexible state, like hitting undo in real life. iPS cells are unlocking possibilities once thought impossible. They blur the lines between what a cell is and what it could be, all from a simple skin sample.
So how are we using all this cellular power?
Welcome to Regenerative Medicine, where stem cells aren't just fascinating, but are powerful tools with the potential to repair, replace, and restore. Let's explore how. Imagine replacing the damaged tissue in a heart after a heart attack, the brain in Parkinson's disease, the spine after injury, or the pancreas in type 1 diabetes. That's the promise of stem cell-derived therapy, replacing what's lost with unique generated functional cells.
So how exactly do they do this?
Since pluripotent stem cells can become any cell type in the body, scientists guide them through a process using growth factors and signals that mimic development to create specific cell types like nerve cells, heart cells, insulin-producing B cells, and more. But there's one big challenge in transplantation immune rejection. But worry no more. iPS cells can be made from patients' own cells. That means perfect immunological matches and possibly no need for lifelong immunosuppressive drugs. In the future, we might see lab-grown organs, personalized therapies, or stem cell patches for heart damage. It's like science fiction, except it's already real.
Alright, let's review what we just packed into your brain. First, stem cells can self-renew and differentiate. Second, they vary by potency. They can be totipotent, pluripotent, multipotent, or unipotent. Third, they play a big role during organogenesis. And fourth, embryonic stem cells are powerful but controversial, while adult stem cells are limited but ethical. And lastly, research in regenerative medicine shows that stem cells can be utilized for tissue repair and restoration. Stem cells are small but mighty. Whether they're building your body, healing your injuries, or opening new doors in medicine, they are proof that some of the best things in life come from a single cell. Thanks for watching Bio Crash! See you on our next episode.